Good morning, my friends. In this episode, I'm going to talk about why I think walking is possibly the best exercise a person can do for mind, body, spirit, and emotional benefits. So I'm just going to run through all the reasons I think that is the case. Number one, motivation. When we do aerobic exercise like walking, it leads to a release of the neurotransmitter dopamine. And that's the chemical responsible for motivation. So if you're going for a walk on a daily basis, it's going to help you to keep motivated and enthusiastic about life. So very powerful benefit right there. Number two is all about feeling good. When we go for a walk, there are endorphins released in our brains, which are natural painkillers. So we literally get a natural high just from going for a walk for half an hour to an hour. These endorphins get released and we just get a sense of well-being all over. So for feeling good on a day-to-day basis and for warding off things like depression, anxiety, and just optimizing our mood and our brain chemistry, walking is the way to go, my friend. Number three is to do with neuroplasticity, which means our brain's ability to change in response to whatever we're doing in our lives. So our brains change, they are malleable, what they call plastic now in the neuroscience world. And when we do aerobic exercise like walking, it increases the production of BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which is a brain chemical that improves our ability to change. It enhances the neuroplasticity of our brains. So another fantastic benefit to walking right there. Number four is to do with the fact that when we go for a walk, we're outside, so we're getting daylight. We're getting daylight onto our skin, which is giving us vitamin D from the sun. And vitamin D has been shown to strengthen our immune system. It's been shown to give us strong, healthy bones and teeth and many other benefits. And who knows what other benefits we're getting from just having natural daylight on our skin. And I think most of us spend too much time indoors nowadays anyway. That's just the way the modern world has gone. So I think whatever opportunity we can get to just get outside for a while, we need to take that. Number five is to do with nature and getting out and spending time in nature, whether it's around trees, a park, fields, forests, anything. Just the simple act of being in a green area has a multitude of benefits. And I've made another video on that, which you can check out. I'll stick a link right here. Number six is to do with our posture and even our mobility. So because many of us spend so much time sitting down, we tend to get tight in certain muscle groups and we're hunched over. When we go for a walk, it lengthens our body. It gets us into a nice straight posture. Our backs get straight and actually our hips benefit from it a lot, because when we sit down a lot, our hips get tight at the front, but walking counteracts that by moving the hip backwards and behind us. So walking is fantastic for our posture, our mobility, and also our balance and our coordination, and just the overall strength and functionality of our bodies. Number seven is to do with longevity. Research shows that people who walk on a regular basis live longer, healthier lives. Number eight, it's easy. Number nine, it burns fat. Enough said. Number 10, it improves the ability of our bodies to use oxygen. Number 11, it's low stress, man. It's low intensity. We want to keep the stress hormones down. Most of us are already stressed enough as it is. We want to keep that cortisol, adrenaline, and norepinephrine nice and low. And walking allows us to do that, rather than going off hammering ourselves over and over again, which just leads to injury, overtraining, burnout, and just wear and tear over the long term. Number 12, it's low impact. So it's good for our joints, as opposed to jogging on treadmills and concrete, which is going to have a wear and tear effect on our joints over time. Number 13, it gives us space to think and just reflect on our day, or reflect on our lives and the direction we're going in, or our relationships, or whatever we want to reflect on. Walking gives us the space for an hour to just ponder the happenings of our lives. Number 14, space to not think at all. Maybe you don't want to think for the hour and you just want to forget about everything. You can do that with a walk. You're outside, you can just enjoy the fresh air, the scenery, and just being in the moment and enjoying that natural high that walking tends to give us. So to conclude, of course a person can get most of the benefits I named from a lot of types of exercise. It's just that walking is my personal favourite. And I do believe that over the long term, in terms of optimizing our holistic health, I think walking is the number one. But ultimately, it's about finding what works for you. It's about finding the type of exercise that you enjoy, so you will do it on a regular basis. So what's your favourite exercise? Or if you're feeling inspired to start more walking, when are you going to start? When are you going to do it? Morning, evening, both? Sometimes I do both. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. So that is it for this video, my friends. Until next time, take care of yourself, be well, and I'll talk to you soon.